Is Wednesday, February 10th, 2016, and the title of this rant will be The Oregon Standoff, Day 40. Let's end this charade. So now it is day 40. There's four scallywags, marauders, pirates, hold it up at the Malheur Wildlife Refuge in Oregon, not doing anything but practicing freedom by being confined to that area, not getting any type of internet access or very limited internet access. No supplies are coming in. I don't know if they've turned the heat off yet or not. They're willing to die for a cause which they which they believe in at the same time. This is their standing. They have no standing. There is no court that will take that case. These are things that need to be decided through the ballot box and through a court case with proper representation, and they have no proper representation. So we have these four, and of course, at one point in time, I think three of them would have been allowed to go free, even though they may have been charged at a later time. But one of them couldn't go free because that person already had an outstanding warrant, and they said, well, if we all can't go free, we're all going to stay. So let me see if I got that right. So you're being surrounded by federal agents. You have an outstanding federal warrant, maybe a state warrant, I don't know. And you want to be let go free, but they say, no, everyone else can go but you. And then everyone decides to stay with you for freedom. And that's how it is. So let's get these scumbags out of there. Let's put them in jail. And let's take them to trial. They'll all spend a couple years in jail, in prison, and hopefully that'll be the end of it. But let's go into a couple other things real quick. So we got Armand and his crew, 12 or 16 people that are in jail. They probably won't go to trial for about 2 years. Regardless of what it is that they claim that they were advocating for, they won't necessarily be charged with something, that won't have any standing. What it will be standing is trespassing, destruction of property, and a whole host of other things. And they'll get convicted of all of this stuff, or they should get convicted, in my humble opinion. And they'll spend some time in jail. Of course, they'll be, what do you want to call it? They'll be held up in high esteem in those particular areas. And let's make one thing perfectly clear about who these people are. They wanted to take federal lands so that they could pillage it for their own profit. That's basically what it comes down to, is their own profit, right? Because as it is the case with the daddy, Cliven, the minuscule amount of money that the Bureau of Land Management wanted him to pay for grazing rights was too much money for him because of freedom. And of course, he's one of only a very, very few that have done that. Most of the ranchers out there, they pay those grazing rights. So, in fact, they should get Cliven. Cliven was going to go up there. I wonder if he's still going to go up there, and if he's going to go up there, what type of assurances he has he's not going to get put in the pokey. So, and if he does go up there, let's put him in. And if he doesn't go up there, get him down there and get rid of him real quick. Put him in the pokey. Put him in jail until he comes up with that money to pay the back taxes. Because these are just basically people who have an idea about what the way that life should be for them, and everyone else can just stick it. And they represent what they don't even represent the 1% or the 1/10 of 1%. They probably represent the 1/1000% who basically feel the government should just give them everything, and they can maraud it for whatever and plunder it for whatever uses that they want. I can think of a lot of nice ways that these federal agents could go in there and get them. I mean, they got to be cold at night. They have to have. I'm sure they have, nighttime goggles. I'm sure they have heat-seeking things so they could find them out. Of course, they don't want to have any type of trouble. They want to get them without any type of violence whatsoever. But spring's coming around the corner. There are people that are willing to volunteer to help clean it up. There's a lot of stuff that they have that's important stuff to do, meaning that the wildlife refuge has to do. And their cause is over. It's done. Let's get them out of there. Let's put them in jail. Let's try them. Let's put them in prison. And then they'll see exactly what that freedom means for them. And, and here's the other thing. They're trying to make Lavoie some type of saint, some type of martyr. He left 11 kids. And, I was always taught that if you're not in a war, so to speak, you live to fight another day. In sports, you live to fight another day. In politics, you live to fight another day. In business, you live to fight another day. I don't get that at all. And, in a year from now, everyone's going to forget him, too. Just his family will be missing a father because he tried to make a stand for freedom that had no basis in fact in any type of laws here in the United States.